Well, everybody, part one was a success, and we're going to make part two even better. We're joined by the man himself, Michael Seaton. Michael, how are things, man? Hope all the family is doing well.
Yeah, man, everything is well, man. Like you said, the first interview went very well. But after that, no, man, just there, I train,
Yeah.
eat, eat, like we spoke about earlier. So just come up from training now. So yeah, man.
Yeah. Before we get into everything, how is your German coming along? You think you're grasping the language more?
Yeah, I'm understanding. I think the understanding part of it, I think I would say I'm 60% there, you know, because me and my teammates, me and my trainer, them speak, and them always think me not understand, but then them say, Michael, I said, no, no, coach, understand, understand what you said, and then I do it. It's like my first year was very difficult because I think them start first off, it start off with colors, you start off with numbers and stuff like that. So for me, everything sound like Chinese.
Mm.
It was just all over the place for me. When we start here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Normally, me don't know what that is. No, me can say that's 1 through 7. It's like them little things, them man, and the colors, them, but my grasp it over a period of time. And I always think it's not what they call it. It's not a race, it's a marathon. What is it?
Mm.
What that's how you say it?
Yeah. The phrase something like yeah.
Sprint is a marathon, right? That's how
Mm.
you
Yeah.
say it.
Yeah. That's it. That's it.
Absolutely, step by step.
Nice. Good. That's good. One step at a time, man. You'll get there. So the reason why, I decided to have you back on, and even if you look at some of the comments from the first video, they wanted it to talk about the pride they have representing Jamaica. So I want to start way back when you're 16, 17. But before being involved with Jamaica, as I said, persons saw photos online of you in a US kit. So is it that you were called up to like a USA U15 or U17 camp first?
Yeah, of course. I mean, mommy moved to the States from 7 years old. So,
Mm.
of course, when I started playing football at like 14 with like the regional team called ODP at the time, where like states play against states. I was in Maryland, play against Virginia, all these other states. And, you start to get the eyes of scouts and stuff like that. That's when the US thing was building up. And I caught a lot of eyes in that sense. And I think when I got to DC United youth team, that's when I started to make more buzz because we kept on going on tournaments, playing against LA Galaxy. We see Manchester United over there playing and at the Dallas Cup. And I made noise again. And after that, they trust me, there's a lot of kids in a lot. So for them to pick me out, it was like cool. So they brought me to a camp in Carson, California. It was
Yeah.
Carson, California, yeah. At the StubHub Stadium where LA Galaxy play. So basically, I was there. They already had their set of the U.S. national team. Already had their A team. They already had their A team guys that they already knew. Then the B team is guys that they don't know and is trying to maybe take some of the guys on the A team spot. So automatically there was like a rivalry there. With the B squad coming in, the A team never want to talk to it. Them never, yeah, no man, go up on the bus. Man, them must say, my seat, this. Don't take my seat, da da da. And funny, this is off topic, but it's so funny about the bus thing. Got my first day national team for the US. This guy's my friend now. It's crazy with football work. I'm a friend now. But one youth come from Cali, Mexican guy. Go up on him seat and him say, man, get the hell out of my seat, bro. So me, I'm a hood dude. So normally my reaction is not like, okay, I get out your seat. I start kill him. Say, hey, bro, I'm not moving from your seat. So me and him start arguing on the bus. We have a rivalry the whole camp. We not like each other the whole camp. Coach end up put up on the team together in 11 against 11 against our next team. Me and him end up a score 3 apiece, and we assist each other. Yeah,
Oh. Quite a story I tell you, man. Whoa. I mean, before we get to the Jamaica bit, Mike, it just dawned on me, traveling across the country and stuff. You like traveling? You like jump on a plane and you go to a new place and them thing there because you might be at DC today and next day they're Seattle or LA, they're a new place every week. You like
yeah.
traveling?
I like traveling, man. I was scared of planes. At some point, I was scared of planes because of turbulence. I'm not a big fan of the turbulence. But if I can drive, I will drive. Just know that. So the biggest thing for me is like, I love seeing new places. I love experiencing new challenges, you know, like meeting new people, you know, because if me look on my Instagram following, I follow over 663, 667 people. And I can tell you, if I go in my following, I can tell you, say, I've encountered everybody there in person. Like I've spoken to every single person there, you know, and had an experience with them. So for me, it's like, it's good that I came out of my comfort zone. I learned like a German. Me in Israel, me learn certain things in Israel that I never thought I would knew, you know? And like you said, I just love traveling. I love meeting new people. I like trying new cuisines. Try to see what I like from what I don't like so I can put it upon my kids in the future. Or people that ask me, and I won't be a dunce to when people bring up a certain thing now. I can say, nah, that's not how it goes because I've been there. It's a lie, you know? So nobody can really take me for idiot. So I can experience things myself, you know?
Yeah, very true. It's amazing, you know, we're 2024 now and it was 2013. That's when you made your debut 11 years ago. You remember that moment where there was a phone call or email? Boops, Mike, you're getting called up to play for Jamaica, two friendlies versus Trinidad. You remember that moment?
Yeah, I think it was Rice Simpson. I think Rice Simpson sent an email to, I think it might be to DC United. Them send an email and make accept it direct. I say, all right, play for my country. You know what I mean? It's an honor help my country out and play for my country, especially being like the one of the youngest buzz in Jamaica. I said, all right, create a little hype for the country and start a movement, you know. So yeah, man, remember it was an email and I never really hesitated. I just jump on it and say, all right.
But like being in camp, you remember that experience, what it was like? Because, you know, you were making your debut at other senior guys around you. Remember that experience, what it was like in camp, the whole routine in camp, you know, mealtime, training, everything.
No, funny. It was funny guys around me, man. It's funny guys around me and leaders around me too. I had like Andre Blake and them around me. I was actually roommate with Andre. Andre was my roommate. So it was Andre. If it wasn't Andre, it was Deshaun Brown. You know, so those are my guys on the team. So really and truly, I was around Andre from when Andre have the twists and the little braids and stuff like that. So I had that Andre, you know, when he just come out of college and start playing for Philadelphia Union. So it was a great experience. But it wasn't nerve-wracking for me, you know. It wasn't nerve-wracking because bear in mind, I'm 17, but I've been around senior guys in the locker room, whether upon the US national team. You know, it's like I'm already around these guys. So for me to be around like people from my country who speak my language, it wasn't like a shocker to me, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, well said, Mike. And in that time frame, you make your debut for Jamaica, and then of course, because you already played professional football, but of course you got the privilege now to play age group football under 17, under 20 for Jamaica. Coming into that environment, did you feel like, you know, I have to be the leader because I'm a professional? These guys, some of them playing in school football, some of them still in their clubs. Do you feel like, you know, I have to take charge because I'm a pro here out of all these guys?
I had to. I had to. Directly, I knew I had to be the leader, you know, because at the end of the day, I had more eyes on me, you know. On and off the field, I had more eyes on me. I was coming in with a boss from the States, coming in from my boss. Normally, I was on the US national team, you know, and I chose to come to the Jamaica. So I know for a fact that a lot of guys hear it. Of course, there's also envy behind it as well. You don't know who is it coming from, but you know that it comes with a lot of stuff. So going in, I think my trainer at the time for the national team, the youth team, them already put it upon me, so I have to be the leader. Them all tell me to take out my earring them. Earring have to come off. I think I had Flemings on the team. So, you know, in camp, I think it was in Cherry Gardens, up in the hill somewhere at a house, and there was bunk beds inside and stuff like that. And for me, that's how I know that they separated me from the group. That's how I know, say, all right, then put me upon a pedestal, you know? Then put me in not the room with everybody there, then put me in the back room with the AC there. So they put me in the room with the AC. So everybody don't have AC in the big room. But round at the back, we have AC in one small room, so you feel the cool air when it's outside. So automatically, I know, say, okay, then put me in the room with Flemings, which is a captain, you know. Then put me with Alan Brown, the next one. And I think Martin Davis was there too in the room. you know. So it was like automatically I knew that I had to be the guy that stepped up and set a role for the team, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned those guys, Flemo, there are others that are a part of it, Khalil Stewart, Luca Levy. To this day, do you keep in touch with a few guys, heal them up, or say, well, go on, you're good to this day?
Yeah, yeah, man. Me see them when them I do them little things for sure birthdays. When birthdays pass, you have to tell a guy happy earth strong, you know. But I think I speak to not I won't say all, to be honest. I won't say all. I said Flemings, I spoke to Flemings like last week. Also, just to ask him about everything, if I'm all right, If I check up on the guys them. But not too much, I just see them. I think we follow each other on Instagram and we keep in contact when we see some stuff going on, when success is going on, when things are not going right, ask someone how they feel, and yeah, man.
All right, nice, nice. Now, the under 21 for me, it was disappointing, and I'll explain why. Because before that, the friendlies coming in, we played Cuba, you did very well. We playing Trinidad at the National Stadium. First half, you went down. Coming into that game, is it something that you felt, is something that you're recovering from? Because I felt like if you continued and you went through that tournament injury-free, would have been at the World Cup.
Yeah. Honest to God, I was one of the poster boys of that tournament. It was interesting because when we were in the tunnel at the National Stadium, I passed the US national team players them. I knew all of them. I knew all of them and them all knew me. I was trying to act like me don't know them. And them grabbed me and start talking to me. So it was funny. My teammate right now for my team in Germany, Romain Gall, he's actually the golden boot guy at that tournament. And he's on my team right now. You know what I mean? And it's funny thing, I told him I had an interview today with this, and I told him I know I was going to talk about the situation. So that game against Trini, I was ready. Our team was strong. You know what I mean? We're ready. And I don't know what player on the team. They give me a 50-50 ball. A 50-50 ball. Now my experience, when I see 50-50 ball, I don't go on my foot. I go on my body. I never go on my foot. That is one thing when we can say on this interview, people have to listen to football players. When them see a 50-50 ball and it's not in a dangerous zone on the field for them to score a goal, no need for show off tough yard. That's the biggest thing. Don't show tough yard. You know what I mean? That's just going with your foot. You know what I mean? Unless you know for certain you're going to win the ball. And me going there, trying to get a foul and whatever, trainer guy come, clean me out, lick my knee inside. So when I lick my knee inside now, I feel it, felt weird. But I was like, all right, maybe I want to look a knock. It hurts for a little while and it goes away. I tried to run. While I started to run, my knee, every time I tried to turn inside, my knee caved inside. So he just felt like my knee was going left and right. So it wasn't stable. And I think I had 8 to 9 minutes, but I made a full sprint with the messed up knee at one point. But this is how I know it was done, because I couldn't walk after. And I saw we got into the halftime and the doctor tell me, say, him start to mess with the knee and him say, yeah, Mike, yeah, tournament is over, you have to go to surgery. And I was in the room. I wasn't crying or nothing, but I was upset because I was like, first game. Like, I feel like I let my team down. I mean? Like first game, and then after that, man, it just I couldn't play. I was around the team for a little bit, whatever. Everybody feel it and stuff like that. And then I had to go back to DC and then start rehab.
Yeah. You know, in life we have obstacles, but in time we overcome them. And later that year, recovering from the injury and being named in the Gold Cup squad, for you, that must feel like, wow. Remember that moment being in the Gold Cup squad 2015, being part of history, that no other Jamaican team was before you. Those moments, Cup 2015. Yeah, what was that like? Because you were, I think, 19 at the time, 18, 19, and you're around Maps, Joby, McCleary, Austin, just seeing all of those guys, the experience at World Cup 2015, what was that like for you?
Nah, the experience was really good, especially coming off the injury and stuff like that. It's like it's one of those rebuilding stages now where you're like, all right, that the U20 was over, the whatever the need, I'm recovered. Now I'm with the senior guys. You know what I mean? No, I'm playing against Mexico, I'm playing against Canada, I'm playing against these guys now. So now I'm on the big stage. So for me, it was a humbling experience, to be there, and a grateful experience as well, because like you said, the names that you said, you know, with Austin and them. I even was rooming with Austin at some point too, you know. So it was interesting. You learn from those guys, you know, good guys. They work hard, and you know what I always say. You just always take a piece if you're willing to. You always take a piece of something from everybody. You know, maybe some might be saying maybe BS, maybe some is BS, you know? Maybe some you're not really comprehend. But I think it's best to take everything and try to see which one you want to take within the rest of your life and the rest what you don't want to take. And I think that's one thing about me with maps, with Austin, with all of them. Every little game them try to give me all them say to our next man, me put my ears there and say, oh, okay. I'm take it part of my journey. I think that's what's building me to be the Michael Seaton I am today, you know.
Yeah, I like how you appreciate the details, of those things, little things that you say you pick out from other people. What were you like when it was like mealtime, breakfast, lunch, some man, big plates, or some man just get them coffee and thing? What were you like, in camp as well? You aki on your selfish or you grab something for drink or some cereal and then on to training.
Yeah, man, just like that, man. Serious, some little. Depends if we're not Jamaica. If we're not Jamaica, then it's a complete different ball game, when it comes down to food. But there's a lot of talking trash on the team, So, certain guys that look around and say, I don't know, how am I going to train, Am I eat so much food? No, how am I going to train? And it's funny, you can tell some boy on the team, I'm a hungry belly man, them, because then we eat, them play, we high, eat, training come. Man, them a run, Me, I already found out at a certain age that before training, I have to keep my food limited. And, I eat a lot of fruits and stuff like that. But when it comes into Jamaican food, especially breakfast, ackee saltfish, direct.
Yeah. And for you now, being 26, 27, would you say, physically you're at your best or perhaps one more level to go for you? You're approaching your best, physically speaking.
Approaching my best. Then I'm approaching my best, Right now, I'm strong, mentally strong and physically strong, I think I got slower doing that. Think about it, my fast, but I think I get slower. So imagine what everybody around me I say. Everybody around me I say my fast. Very, very fast. And me feel like me slower. But the thing is, me feel like I'm slower, but I feel like the game is slower. The game now moves so fast for me no more. Everything is like clockwork for me now. So I think that's the thing. I'm reaching my level of fitness, of my body, of maturity in the game. And I like that as a striker because, like I said, the game comes slow to you. You know what position to be in before the ball reach there. You know how to communicate. You know how to direct other people into their positions. You see the plays before it happens. So I know I start to look at the young players around me now, and then I get puzzled because I wonder how the hell you ain't see that play happen. But then I start to remember when me at that age too, I'm just a player. When I think about the game. You know what I mean? So you have to make mistakes for me to learn. So for sure, man, I'm reaching there. I'm getting to that point right now.
Nice. Would you say that you're somebody that sit down and like watch video clips of other players and say what you can pick from that player and that striker as well?
Strikers, absolutely. Strikers for sure. But my favorite striker is Drogba, So old clips of Drogba, of course, but the game has evolved. So if I'm gonna talk about runs off the bars and stuff like that, I would say like look at Haaland. But realistically, I'm telling you the truth. Nobody gonna think I'm gonna say this name. But honestly, I watch a lot of Giroud. I look at the slow strikers them. How the slow strikers them end up getting that much goals. How? So imagine when you're fast, because you can always make up for a bad touch when you're fast. You can always do it. So I want to know them slow, but them always end up with more goals than the fast man them. So I try to put that piece into my game and say, okay, what if I was a slow player? What if I didn't have this physical thing about me? How the hell can I get in the position to score goals? And I think that is one thing that I put into my game now. But when it comes down to centre backs and other positions on the field, especially guys that I'm playing against, like centre backs, I don't watch them. I don't even want to, in the video clips, I don't even want to hear my coach say they're a good player. Them play a national team, them do this, and I don't want to hear. So when coach them talk, More time just I look down on the ground, so I put my hand on my ears like this, but I really close my ears. Them don't know. I'm a style. I always do this, but I close my ears when I'm talk about each individual player and then reach the center back then because I don't want to know. I want to know during the game. I want to adjust during the game. So if I realize that the center back can't use him weak foot, okay, I'm gonna force him on in weak foot and then test him. You know, if he's not good in the air, I'm going to mess with him. I'm going to throw him off balance. So for me, I don't want to go into the game already with a game planning. Oh, I'm going to play this defender. I want to adjust on the spot because I think that is football. You're always going to have to adjust on the spot. You know.
I mean, you spoke about Drogba, so it might put you on the spot a bit, but which reggae boy did you grow up, watching and say, I could take pits from him as well? Or even
What? Honestly, Baby Gardner. Yeah, Baby Gardner. When I say Baby Gardner for sure. I think especially the guys that went abroad into EPL. You know what I mean? I had to watch them and then see how they adjusted. I think that's the biggest thing that I take into consideration for Caribbean players is the adjustment process. Right? How can you adjust in your circumstances that you're not used to? And I think once I see a person can do that, I compliment you. I'm gonna watch you because that is one of the hardest things to do with anybody, So
All right, Mike, look, listen, thank you very much for your time. Really appreciate this very much. Again, keep up the great work you're doing, and, in life, whenever we have these hurdles or stumbling blocks, keep pushing. We'll get to our destination in time, man. Keep it up, man.
Absolutely, boss. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man. Enough respect, man.